One of the most important departments of every business is the actual management team. You as the owner are the leader of the management team, and you have really 5 main responsibilities. First, it revolves around forecasting. You must forecast future sales, employee needs, suppliers, everything that, again, predicting the actual future. Now, once you've actually forecasted what the actual future is going to be like, you need to actually start planning for it. Once you forecasted, hey, we need this many product to come in, we need to hire this many employees, you actually then need to start planning of how you're actually going to obtain those objectives. Next is actually organization. The actual business model and how the actual business is organized as far as the management structure. Next, you have coordinating. How the actual different departments communicate with one another and really your company culture and the ethics that your business stands for. And lastly, controlling. Just making sure that the actual message of the business is being communicated not only through your employees, but your suppliers and your customers. All 5 of these aspects really come together to make the management team really lead the business in the right direction. Realize that the management department is primarily really revolves around making decisions and leadership. When it comes to the actual business, a great way to look at it is really you have the 6 departments. First, the management department is what we've been talking about. They make decisions and they forecast the future. The management department makes all of the decisions and communicates them to the operations department, marketing department, finance and accounting department, HR and legal, and sometimes an IT department. Every one of the departments are important, but it all starts with the business management. When it comes to actually managing the business, you really want to be doing it as strategic as possible. When it comes to strategic management, you want to make decisions that make the most economic sense. Realize that economics is not always the only decision maker, and that sometimes you must take social aspects into consideration. Realize that paying employees more money than what is actually demanded of them might actually get them to work better. Many decisions must be made, and realize that most of the time they're tough, and by taking the time to make them correctly and strategically, the more successful your business will be. When it comes to organizing your business in a management structure, realize that there's typically 3 levels. You have upper, middle, and lower. If you have a structure in which there's a CEO, COO, CFO, those are upper management titles. And then if you have a local store, then you might actually have essentially a middle management. And if there are then maybe supervisors underneath them, in which then they have employees underneath them, then you actually have potentially a lower management structure. Realize that each structure must communicate through one another and make sure that, again, the objectives and goals of the business are being communicated and met. When it comes to making objectives and goals, they could be short-term or long-term. But the important thing is that the business, everybody within it actually knows what the business is trying to accomplish and where it's going. The more you can communicate as the management team to your employees, the more successful everyone is going to be and understand what their place is in the business. As far as growing your business, you have vertical integration, horizontal integration, and diversification. Depending on the type of business you own and how long you've been in business will really dictate how you grow your business. When it comes to management, it really comes down to, again, leadership and decision making. Realize that strong leaders are not necessarily born, but they can be made through practice and experience. If you have any questions about business management, please do not hesitate contacting us. Thank you.